Hey y'all. Hello. Everybody jump on, jump on. Okay, I'm gonna start with prepping my face. I'm still cleaning out some brushes and stuff. So I'm using my Limelife moisturizer, my skin therapist. It's pomegranate and oat. I'm gonna put that all over. Hi y'all. Say hi when you get on. Hello. All right, we're gonna do more makeup. I just dropped Avery off at pre-K. And so I have the house myself. It's kind of quiet. So hi, Teresa. So it's kind of quiet in here now. Woosah. All right. So I kind of stole Avery's tablet so that I have a reference picture for this. So this is what we're doing. So I have this over here beside me. I was trying to get on here and see if I could figure out how to do my screen settings to where this thing doesn't shut off. Hi, Jared. Hey, girl. Hey. Oh, yay. Hi, Bonnie. So Maleficent was for you. Hopefully that was good. I mean, using all of my Limelife stuff, I feel like her face could have been more green. But I would have used all of my eyeshadow if I was to, hi Megan, if I was to have done all of Maleficent's look with my green eyeshadow. But I was pleased with it. I thought it was really cool looking. So I was going to go in here and try to figure out how to keep my screen from shutting off so many times. But I don't know how to do that. Sorry guys. Oh, here we go. Found it. I found it. We'll just do 30 minutes. That sounds perfect. Okay, so this is the look we're doing. Dun, dun, dun. I know there's like tons of glare because it's mirror on mirror, but that is what we're going to be looking at. So I think I can do all of this, I'm pretty sure, with my Limelife stuff. So that's what we're going to try to do. I'm going to be jumping in and doing just I'm going to do skin prep first. I'll show you guys that. And then we're just going to do some brown contour all around our main bone edges here. And then some yellow base, and then some orange kind of contour around some of the bone shadowing, and then black eyes, some whiteout on the bottom section and along the top, and then super dramatic black, huge, you know, that cheetah line eyed, and then our noses black, and then some whisker stippling, and that's it, and we're done. So I think that sounds a lot easier than it actually is. So I did go in and moisturize with my Limelife by Alcone moisturizer. I'm a dry skin girl, so I do the skin therapy, which is pomegranate and oat. Guys, all Limelife skincare. If you guys are not using all natural skincare, please message me. I can get you guys hooked up with some samples. It's amazing. Limelife is honestly the best stuff I've ever put on my skin. Hi, Aunt Dink. I am having fun with this. This is, you know, October in Limelife land, Halloween time is always so fun. Bonnie, I'm so glad you ordered. I mean, you'll love it. So that was just a little bit of priming spray because I don't want to use my sunscreen. I know you guys hear me say this every time, but I never know who's watching. So if you're new, hi, and welcome to my Facebook page. And just click my nose and click follow, and you guys can follow me. Hi, Charlie. And other than that, we are going to sort of get started. So I feel like we need to start prepping my skin to be very white. So I'm going to go in with my Blenderful. And I'm going to go into my Limelife by Alcone little black box. Thanks for sharing, Bonnie. Y'all hit that share button. Share videos. Share, share, share. Okay, so we're going to go into my Olive 1 foundation. Hey, Dale. Hi. And we're going to just start doing a coverage base here. So this is going to show you guys. Y'all see all of my redness, all of my freckles. Everything happening here. We are going to make all of that disappear with this professional foundation. It is incredibly affordable. My pan lasts me months. It's paraben free. It's great for your skin. So even if you have problematic skin that's, you know, acne prone or breakouts, this Limelife foundation, I'm telling you, is the bomb. I've tried every foundation on the market. I'm not kidding. But you're going to see all of this redness go away. It's effortless. You just blender full this bad stuff on. It's awesome. So it's not going to settle in your fine lines and wrinkles. It's going to actually start making you look younger just by putting your foundation on your face, which is incredible. So while your skincare is working in the background every day and every night, your makeup is also working for you during the day, which is fantastic. I am going to work this all the way down my neck, just because we're going to be putting some decorations all the way down here as far as like our spots and stuff go. So, and the spots, guys, that's going to be the tedious work. That lining and that spotting is going to be what takes the absolute longest. Hi, guys. Thanks for sharing, Rachel. Thank you. All right. So there we go. And so because this wax-based formula is warming up with my body temperature, it's never actually going to settle into my pores. It just sits on top of my skin like second skin. It's not actually ever going into our pores. So if you do have problematic skin with like eczema or breakouts or psoriasis or sensitive skin, this stuff is not going to bother you at all. It's going to give you flawless coverage. I mean, that is amazing. You guys saw how I started with my freckles all crazy and my redness. I mean, I'm Irish, Scottish background, so I get lots of red spots and I'm very dry skinned. So this foundation is going to keep any of that from showing. And that's just one layer. So if you have more problematic skin, hey, Brenda, I didn't even see y'all jump on. Y'all say hey when you get in here or I'll miss you. I promise I won't see your name scroll by. Hello. So I am going to work this down here just a tad. And I might have to angle y'all down a little bit later to get those spots in place. But this covers up any redness and it doesn't feel heavy. Hi, Julie. Hello. And it doesn't feel heavy. Like I never feel like I have anything on. There you are, Brenda. Hi, girl. All right. So I am going to stop and put my shopping link in here because although I love doing these Halloween looks, guys, what I do for a living, my business is a beauty guide with Limelife by Alcone. So the products that you're seeing me use are products that I use every day, even in my normal makeup routine. So it's not just Halloween makeup. This is not just, you know, fun stuff. This is professional grade product that I use every single day, even in my regular look. So, hi, Lakin. Hi. Lakin's one of our newest newbies on my team. I'm so excited. Hi, Lakin. So, hey, Matt. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to add my shopping link here for you guys. So if y'all have any questions, remember, if you want to go in and order something you see me using today, there's always a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you order something, you don't want to wait for a sample or you don't want to try it first, you just want to order, fantastic. Go in and order, and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. Customer service is amazing. And if you don't like it within 30 days, it doesn't matter how much you've used of it, you can always send it back and get a full refund. So, you know, if you jump in and order some foundation and you get the wrong, it's for some reason the wrong coloring, you can always send that back and get another one back. They'll exchange it for you. No problems, no hassles. So there's my shopping link for this month. So if you guys have any questions, just personally message me. If you want to try some skincare and you're local, I can do a skincare and makeover, makeup makeover on you for free. And then if you guys are a distance away, I know I have a lot of you like in the UK watching on the regular now, which is awesome. Then I know, you know, you guys, we can always do a consult, either live video via Facebook Messenger or Skype, or you know, I can go through messaging consult with you. So we can get you all hooked up with your skincare and makeup. And guys, don't y'all forget, y'all can support my business too. We have men's stuff. We have men's line, face wash and moisturizers. Our face wash actually works as a body wash and face wash. My son uses it from head to toe. With a face moisturizer, if you get it in the combo pack, it comes with a little travel carry case. Super manly. It's awesome. It smells amazing. We also have our must-do oil, which you guys see me use on my face every once in a while. That is a face oil. It's good oil. So even though you have oily skin, you can still use the must-do oil. I actually think it's called due date now, but you can use that oil on your face even if you're oily because it's good oil, not bad oil. And it's just super hydrating and it's wonderful. Our guys use it in their beards and mustaches. So, and I also run it through my hair before I style my hair just to get frizz and stuff out. So anyway, Their skincare. We have tons and tons and tons of stuff. So yeah, James, come get your free makeover. Hi. Hey y'all. Okay, so we're gonna get started. So I have done my foundation. I'm actually gonna go ahead and go in and use my setting powder. So back into my little black box. This is our setting powder here. Limelife by Alcone, paraben free. All of this stuff is good for your skin. It looks very white. It goes on translucent. And this is going to help take any of the shine out of my face. It's mattifying. Those particles are very, very fine. It makes your skin feel like silk. And because it just sits on top of that foundation that didn't settle in your fine lines and wrinkles, it sits on top of that foundation. So you're actually airbrushing your skin. You're going in on top of that foundation that created that amazing layer of coverage and putting this powder directly on top of that. And it's just airbrushing your whole look. So, I mean, your skin looks flawless by the time you're finished. And guys, just because I tell everyone that the stuff is professional grade, the pigmentation in it is very high. It is amazing coverage, but it is not expensive. You don't break the bank buying this stuff. I'm a single mom of 2, so obviously I'm not spending my entire paychecks on, you know, makeup. So, and this stuff lasts a really, really long time because the pigmentation level is so high. You're using a lot less of it to achieve the look that you want. So you're not going through it as fast as you would typical drugstore type makeup. So there's our foundation and our setting powder. I'm going to go in with my contour brush. You guys are going to see me using my dry brush cleaner. This is not Limelife because we don't have a dry brush cleaner that's out yet. But I use that Limelife. I spray it on a towel and then I just take my brush and rub it in there. This stuff, it smells really good too, but it's purifying brush cleaner. It cleans all the pigment out of my brush, keeps my brushes very, very soft so that in between brush baths, I still have clean brushes. And my pigment from all these looks are not mixing and melting together. So I'm going to go back in and we're going to grab some of this bronzer, which I'm going to have to get more of because I've been using it like crazy in the last 2 weeks. But this typically lasts a very, very long time. You guys, I've done my regular everyday makeup plus 8 Halloween looks, and I use this bronzer in almost every single one of them, and it's still holding strong. So judging by this picture, we're going to go into our hairline and we are going to deepen this look, and this bronzer is probably not going to be deep enough. So we're probably going to have to go in with my Brownie Points eyeshadow and pull that a little bit darker. But this will give us a good base to start with. So we're going to put this a little bit heavier than normal along our hairline all the way around. And this look has 0 accessories or props to it. This is the one Avery wanted me to do on her. And I'm thinking, gosh, she's never going to sit there long enough for me to do this. So, hi, Benjamin. So we're going to just start contouring pretty heavy all the way along our hairline here. I have my phone plugged in because otherwise it would be dying. And we're basically just going to make that bronze contour circle all the way around. Thanks, Benjamin. All right, we're going to make that, that contour line all the way around to where we just kind of brown out the edges of our face. Then we're going to go in and deepen in that dimension just a tad with some darker brown in just a second. But that gives us a pretty good starting point. I feel like I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit here. We're going to be making this more bright orange than brown, but this will help that pigment mix and stick. So we're going to go ahead and contour a little bit underneath our cheekbones. Hi, everybody. Hey, y'all. Hi, Jessie. Y'all jump on, join the fun. All right, because this is a cat look, we're going to contour out the sides of that just a tad, and I'm actually going to bring that up into here. This is really not going to show all that much. It's just going to create a little bit of shading in the background because most of this here is all going to be very white, and then yellows in between. So, I mean, we don't have to worry about contouring out that nose too much. We're basically, that's going to be a flat piece anyway. We want that to look pretty flat because we're going to be creating a very wide-based nose here in black. So, we're going to stop there with that. I'm going to go into my 18 Well palette. So Limelife by Alcone has eyeshadows in almost every single color. Professional grade pigment. Guys, these are 50% pigment. It is really high. That is higher than anything you're going to find in a Walmart, CVS, anything you're going to higher than anything you're going to find in Sephora, and Ulta. This is amazing pigment in these powders. So, and mine's really dirty. Sorry. I've been using it a lot lately. Okay, so we're going to go in and I'm actually going to grab some of this brownie points, which is this dark brown. And I'm going to start very light with it. I might actually use a different brush for that. I am. Okay, I'm going to use a fan brush. This is not a Limelife brush, but it is a really good shading brush. So typically this brush is used for highlights, but because we're doing kind of a line shading, I don't want a large area covered. I just want to start creating a darker line here. We're going to use this, and this is going to help us put that pigment sort of exactly where we want it. And then we can blend it out after we get it applied. So you guys saw me, like I barely tapped into that brown at all, and this pigment goes a really, really, really long way. So we don't replace, I've had these same eyeshadows for almost a year. And I don't really ever replace them. But the good thing is that when you do run out of the stuff you use more of, like I obviously use more of these and this one than I do any of my other ones. So when those run out, like this empty hole here, on the back, there's these little pinholes, and you just pop that color out and replace it with another color. So you're never buying a full palette of colors that you're never going to use everything. So I'm going to go back in with that contour brush and just lightly blend that darker brown into that bronzer we've already established there. So as long as this is blended, I wouldn't stress too much about this brown because the focus of everything is really going to be more of the orange and yellow. But when we create a darker outline, it makes that yellow even more vivid. So we're really just creating like a backdrop to that coloring. A vendor booth. No, we have, I'm in the middle of nowhere, Bonnie. We do have vendor booths here once a month here in Clyde. And I have asked about setting up a booth there, not for like Halloween creation type theater makeup, but just for my regular Limelife products. And I was told that I was not allowed to because everything in that had to be homemade. I obviously do not make makeup, so I was shot down. But, I do put some of my art in there. I have done that, because I also do like home signs and little crafts and stuff, and I redo furniture too. So, I mean, that's, I've put some of that stuff in there before. But no, for the most part, no. All right, I do have two different yellows, and I'm going to start with my lighter one and then create a more bold look with my brighter one. So in my 18 well here, we have this yellow. I'm going to create my base. Hi, Kizri. We're going to create my base with that yellow there. And then, hi, Trish. Hey. So, and then I'm going to go into my Lottie Dazzle palette into this brighter yellow here. And I'm going to be adding that on top of this. So the orange in this look is not incredibly, here's what we're going for. The orange in this is not incredibly, there's not a lot of it. It's mostly yellow. So we're going to go in and start creating that yellow coverage. I'm again going to use my brush bath and clean the pigment off of this brush because I used this for my Maleficent look last night. Yeah, they do that here. It's hard to find. Oh, yeah. No, and I wish they did. I mean, there's really no way to market here in Clyde other than like y'all sharing videos helps me a lot because my network grows that way. And that's pretty much the only way I can get my Limelife products and stuff out there to people is like word of mouth is huge, obviously, in any direct sell, network marketing world. So I rely on that quite a bit. Friends telling friends, sharing videos. So, I try to do the best I can with it that way. Shaking hands, kissing babies. That's how I make my money. All right, I'm going into that yellow out of that 18 well, and we're going to start building a yellow base here. So the yellow base is going to be basically in this T formation here. We're going to be whiting this out here. with that white concealer. But I'm going to add my yellow base first and then put my concealer on top. So anywhere there's going to be yellow, I'm just going to be putting this yellow eyeshadow all over that portion. And then we're going to go in and make that even more yellow with that Lottie yellow, which is really, really yellow. Yeah. You know, I just tell everybody, like, the biggest thing you can do, if you've already ordered from me, the best thing you could do for me is tell your friends. Because Limelife products, once people get them in their hands, they feel them, they touch them, they use them, it changes their mind. It just does. That's why I love one-on-ones so much. I love inviting people into my home and doing the facial makeover thing on them, because once they get their face washed and use a mask of Limelife, it changes their mind. Your skin just feels amazing. And I'm not saying that there's not other products out there that make your face feel that way. I've used other stuff that I liked, obviously, up until I found Limelife, but nothing that I like as much as this. And it's chemical free. I mean, I can't beat that. There's not any other company I know that does that. So, all right, we're yellowing out. Would obviously never put yellow all over my face, but, and then down the sides here. The middle of our neck is going to be white, so I'm not too worried about doing any of that. Just add that yellow pigment to the sides here. And those sides are going to come down and around. And I don't know if that's in your comment area, but I'm looking behind you guys in my Reiki because y'all's comments are in my way here. So I'm going to be looking behind you guys for just a second, just kind of establishing that yellow. All right, so yellow base there. All right. Now I'm going to go into this Lottie palette and we're going to start creating that super, super, super yellow look. So I'm going to grab a brush that is has a little less movement to it so we can get a little more direct placement. I'm going to grab my Lottie Dazzle Yellow here. And I'm going to try to do this without setting spray. If it doesn't come out as yellow as I want, we're going to add some setting spray in. I feel like that brush is too stiff. All right, we're going to go in with a foundation brush and see how that one works. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's what I wanted. So I'm going to start putting this yellow everywhere. Now, this is a more metallic-y yellow, so it's not going to be very matte, but that's okay. I'm just going to throw this on everywhere I want that very, very yellow look. I mean, and if you wanted to tone this look down and make it faster, you obviously could do that by not yellowing out your face. You could just add the eyeliner and the spots and go, but I'm extra, so we're doing it all. Doing it all. And I want you guys to remember, these Halloween looks obviously take much, much longer than my everyday makeup. You know, my everyday makeup, if I'm just putting it on and getting out the door, is nothing like this. So we're just going to go start defining all of that yellow section here. We'll blend in some orange as well. So even though this is an everyday palette, I actually use these colors every single day when I do my makeup. Or not every day, but they are in everyday looks. You know, but you can also use them for stuff like this. So this is not like a Halloween palette. These are colors that I use all the time. All right, so we're just going to blend that yellow out all the way down here. Hey, everybody. And this looks way yellow, like in this Reiki mirror. I know it doesn't show up that well on camera, but it is yellow. Trust me, it's yellow. And I'm blending that yellow into that contour and stuff we built up top. And then this here is going to be white. And then basically from like the sides of our nostrils down into a swoop here, this is all going to be whited out as well. So because I'm using Limelife products instead of like my actual face paint stuff, it might be a little bit, it always kind of creeps me out when Ren starts like walking around all weird. Like he hears something or sees something. Anyway, all right, so there's our yellow. Oh, hi Pam, I didn't even see you get on. Hi. Yeah, catch the after look when I'm finished. All right, I'm gonna go in with my buffer brush and I'm gonna go into my little black box again and I'm gonna go into my Zero Waterproof Concealer. This is very, very light, but not as light as I'm gonna need. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create the shape of these white sections with this concealer and then I'm gonna put this very white Creamboat eyeshadow on top of it, which is another everyday color. So these are all products that I use every day, whether this is an everyday look or not. So what I'm going to do, because I already have that yellow down, I'm going to be picking up a little bit of that yellow pigment when I do this. That's just going to happen. So I have my towel down here in my lap. And after I get done with one white section, kind of putting that where I want it, I'm going to clean this brush off a tad. And then I'm going to go back into my concealer. That way I'm not transferring that yellow pigment into my concealer pot. And we're going to grab more concealer, just a little bit. A little bit goes a really, really, really long way, y'all. Even with the concealers. And we're going to add this in up here in that same formation. So this is just everyday makeup products that I'm just using to create a Halloween look. And the good thing is this is all non-toxic. So, you know, if you wanted to use your Limelife products on your kiddos, we could hook you up with a palette that you need. Our eyeshadows come in 4, 6, and 18 well. Obviously, I have 18 because I love colors. But, you know, if you didn't need all that much, you could always go with a smaller palette and build the colors that you want in that palette. All right, so the other white section is going to start here, and we're just going to map this out a little bit before I fill it all in. It's going to go here. I'm looking at my reference picture. Thank heavens I have one for this because I don't know that I could do this look without it. The other looks I've done have been pretty easy. This one is a little more complicated. And you don't want very sharp lines because, you know, it's feline. So it's very, the illusion of fuzzy. The only way you're going to get that is by having blend. You're not going to be able to get that illusion with very sharp lines. So I'm stippling that color on. So we're just kind of doing this number instead of wiping. We're kind of just patting that in. And then we're going to shade in some orange in just a little while. Now this white is going to be covering the entire bottom section of my face. So I'm even going to black out or white out my lips. And then we're going to go in and make those black. But I'm going to go ahead and white them out with concealer. Now at this point, because we're not working with a line that meets a pigment color, you can just swirl it in however you want. And just get that covered in white. Looking good. I think all the looks look really crazy in the beginning and then they end up looking really great when we're finished. But all right, so now that white is also going to come down my neck. Sort of at an angle. Like that. Hey, y'all. Bonnie, you're so awesome. Bonnie shares every single one of my videos. I'm telling you, I can't tell you guys how much that helps me. That helps my network reach out. Expands, you know, everything. It's awesome. And I'm so grateful. Okay, so I know you guys can't really see very much of what I'm working at right here. I'll tip that down just a tad. So we're just adding a little bit of that white concealer here and here. Hi, Jennifer Garcia. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right, so we're adding all of this white. This is our ultra light concealer. This is actually the concealer that I use on a regular basis, you know, every single day in my look, except I don't have yellow skin. So it looks more white right now, especially with the level of makeup that I've put on. It doesn't typically look this white, but I am very fair complected, so. So blend that out against that yellow. Now, that is not as white as I want it, so we're actually going to go in and add that Creamboat white powder on top of that. So in my 18 Well palette of eyeshadows again, I'm going to grab this very white color here, and we're going to add that pigment all over. We're going to add that with a brush that doesn't move very much at all. So I'm actually going to go in with one of our eyeshadow brushes. I'm going to pick up that pigment, and normally I would never use this level of pigment on here, but because I need this to be very, very white, I'm using a little bit more than I normally would. And we want that to come all the way down to our eyebrow, because our eyebrow is actually going to be the marking point of where we do our black. So go all the way down to your eyebrow and fill on top all of that concealer, which is a wet product because our concealers are wax-based, just like our foundation and mascara. So you want to put some sort of powder on top of that before you finish your look. So basically I'm setting all of this and creating pigment with an eyeshadow. It looks really crazy right now. Hey, I guess that's how I'm going to know I've done 30-minute intervals, because my screen just timed out. I must have been on for 30 minutes already. Y'all, that's nuts. Okay, so white here. Got powder flying everywhere. Now, if you're wanting a more crisp look, you could use setting spray and eyeshadow right now to do all of this. That seems like it would be really, really taxing. I'm going to go in along that edge. This would obviously be very, very, very white if I had used my professional face paints on this part, but I'm trying to use only my Limelife products. All right, so down our neck into that white here. Dun, 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 dun. It's gonna look good, I promise y'all. Hang with me. All right, so we've got white powder going on where we put that here. There we go. And the crazy thing is I don't feel like I have any makeup on. Like, my skin doesn't feel any different than it did when I started. So that's really awesome as well. I'm going to go in with a little bit more of that Lottie Yellow and bring this down just a tad here. And then we're going to add orange. On the borders of all this. So yellow. Hi, y'all. Okay, I feel like that's pretty good. So we're gonna go in and add some orange in. Let me decide what brush I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use the tip of my blush brush. We're gonna go in on this tip here. And I'm going to put my orange in with that. I'm going to start with the orange in my Lottie palette. And then if I don't get the color that I want out of that, I'm going to go in with my Danessa Myricks. This is our new line, Oh Snap, which is really, really orange blush. I actually wore that for real on my real face yesterday with my real makeup. So if this tangerine-ish orange color doesn't come out the way I want it, then... And this is going to be... I don't see any of that up here in the top of the look, but we might add some in just a second. I'm basically going to be putting that along this line here. Hi, Rhonda. Essentially, this orange is my contour color. Now remember, if you don't get the pigmentation, there it goes, that you want the first time, jump into more of that and build. So professional grade pigment, you can build and build and build on top of each other, on top of itself, and you're gonna get a deeper color every single time. I'm barely touching this brush to my skin. That's how I'm gonna get a very soft blend. If you have a lot of pressure on your brush, on your skin, it's gonna deposit that pigment in one very particular spot. So by using just a very soft edge, we're going to get a much softer blend out of that. So there goes our orange. So that was 2 layers of that orange here. So I'm just sort of mapping out that section. And then just blending it out. Trying to keep this pretty symmetrical. I don't feel like with the blend that that's super crazy important, but when you're trying to get that very animal look, you're going to spend most of your time blending. Because, you know, we don't want any really sharp lines. We want the sharper lines to be on our spots, not on the background coloring. I am going to go in and add a little bit of this definition across my nose here, because there's going to be, that's where we're going to black out our nose. So we're going to add a little bit of orange there and a little bit, this fly, I swear to you, it's been 3 days now. I'm ready for him to go somewhere else. And we're going to add a little bit there. I'm going to take the pigment out of my brush with my brush cleaner sponge. So where that brush doesn't have any pigment left in it. And we're going to blend out what I just put on. So that keeps from depositing more pigment on. Hi, Lisa. Hello. And so I'm just blending out that orange. That's out of my Lottie Dazzle palette. We're just going to blend that orange out. Oh, Herman the Fly. I'm game. He is annoying, and he's been in here for days. And every time I try to go kill him, he disappears. I don't know where he goes. Like, I'm not kidding. I have a fly swatter here. I've hunted him for 3 days. Determined little fella. Hi, Trish. Herman the Fly. He has a name. Well, if I name him, then I've got to keep him. Ugh. Whatever. I feel like I'm going to keep him anyway. I don't have a choice. Okay, so there's that. It's coming along. I feel like we're getting there. Are we getting there? A little bit? So once we start putting these accents in, you're going to start seeing it a lot more. I mean, those spots are obviously going to be a big selling point into the look. And I'm just rubbing the edge of that concealer a little. I just want that to be more blended than sharp. There we go. All right. Really, guys, all that's left is spotting. This is going to take a minute. So I'm going to go in with my Limelife by Alcone because I want to get very precise looks. This is going to take a little bit. So I'm going to actually go in and do my eyes first, and then I'll go in and do and start doing all my spots. So we're going to start in here. We're going to black out these eyes. It's basically going to come from this inner corner here, and it's going to come all the way up to this top corner of our eyebrow at a point, like at the outside of our eye. So it's going to be very dramatic. And then we're going to bring that all the way back in and cover heavy eyeliner in the bottom. And then that line, that distinctive cheetah line, is going to come right here. So let's get started. I'm going to use setting spray and my 18 Well eyeshadow palette again. And I'm going to go into my black color here. So this keeps us from having to use that liquid eyeliner all over. We can actually create the base of that with setting spray and this brush. So I'm going to spray that. We're going to go into our black color And this is going to create that basic color fill. Start blacking out our eyes. Now this lining might take a minute. Don't worry about creating your definitive line with the powder and setting spray. You can wait and do that with your eyeliner pen. But get the general shape. Hi, girl. And remember, when you lean your head back, and I tell guys this, I tell all of my clients this too, even when you are doing your regular eyeshadow, everybody tends to lean their head back and do their eyeshadow because it opens up your eyelid. But when you lean forward, you lose your shape. So when you're doing very definitive shapes like this, you always want, hi Justin, you always want to sort of look forward with your eye open and make sure your shape is what you want with your eyes level, because this is what people are going to see when you're looking at them forward. So that comes up really high. And then angles down. All right, we're getting there. And then from this point, it comes in to our lower lash line corner, like so. And we're going to fill all that in. And then the rest of it is smoked out under here and then our line down. So go ahead and fill all that that open spot in. And just like the rest of it, the more setting spray and the more levels of pigment you do, the deeper that look is going to be. So I want it to be very, very black. So we're going to go in with the second layer of that black eyeshadow. And we're basically just stamping that in. I'm trying not to make this look take 15 hours. It might be a lot to ask. Okay, so a little bit of setting spray. And guys, this setting spray, this Limelife by Alcone setting spray, I'm not kidding. This stuff is no joke. I do my look with this every day and then set my face. And my makeup stays on all day long. So I'm going to start using that pigment and setting spray on the very tip of this brush. We're going to start blacking out the underside of our eye. Now I'm going to go in and clean that up with my eyeliner brush or my eyeliner pen. Just going to extend that out a tad. And then the rest of that I'll do with my pen. So we're going to do that exact same thing on the other side. All right. So some setting spray on that brush, grab that black pigment. Now doing this and getting this symmetrical is my biggest fear. Okay, symmetry, guys, is not my forte. Y'all hear me say that all the time. I'm very abstract brained. And so for me, looks that require symmetry are incredibly intimidating. Like I was doing that full face Indian look the other day and wasn't really too stressed out about it because there's not a lot of symmetry that was in that. And then my Maleficent look last night, I wasn't too stressed out about that. That was really simple. because there's not a lot of lines of symmetry there. But when you're dealing with stuff like this that has to look the same on both sides, my brain, I don't feel like I do very well with that. So we're going to do the best we can. Thank heavens I have professional grade concealer in case I end up messing this up. So remember, this is just our first level, so just map out your shaping. Y'all, gosh. My blood pressure just went like through the roof, seriously. So I'm going to start small with my shaping here so that it's easier to extend my shaping out to match the other side rather than take anything away, especially when you're dealing with black. Okay, so we're going to build this up on this side. If I get this close, I'm going to feel like this is a success. Seriously, we're just going to count it good. When I'm looking at someone else's face, it's so much easier. That vantage point is just different. When you're doing your own, it's harder. And then you deal with optical illusions where things just are not what they seem until you get everything in place. Seriously, it sounds like the movie Birds outside my window right now. Okay. If I get this even close. If I get it even close, we're going to feel good about it. Hi, Heather. Guys, am I even getting close to that shape? It's not bad. I feel like that could be a lot worse. I feel like that could be a whole lot worse. Okay. Now this inside is actually very heavy in pigment as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and create that triangle shape here on the inner corner. Looks even. I'm calling it good. So we're going to create that triangle shape here on the inside in our inner corner. Because you know this is going to drop down like really far. So we're just going to go ahead and put that little drop start here with pigment. Since I already have the setting spray on my brush, I mean, I could obviously do that with my... It's looking a little more feline-esque. I'm digging it. Okay. I'm going to go in and knock all of that black pigment and setting spray off of that brush. And we're going to grab our eyeliner pen. So this is the Limelife by Alcone eyeliner pen. This thing is fabulous, guys. So this is the precision tip that it comes with. It's ridiculous. Come on, focus, focus. So you can see like that really crazy pointed tip. I don't know why it's not focusing. That's super annoying. We're going to use that. I'm actually going to line this whole thing out with this. And then I'm going to bring this line down just like that cheetah look will have. Okay, y'all. Mirror. I'm not old, but I feel like it. So I'm just going to line out the bottom of that. Because I don't know how, but in God's miraculous creation, those cheetah lines are very sharp. So I'm lining against this outside. Remember not to stretch your skin when you're doing lines either. Or like a rubber band, you'll have that let go and you'll get a much different shape. It's the magic mirror. It is the magic mirror. So by using the very tip of that, we get a very precise line. And by laying it flat, you get a much wider line. Dun, dun, dun. Guys, we haven't even started spots yet. It's going to take a minute. Okay. So this is going to come down. Guys, I don't know how to do a cheetah line. I've never done this before. Okay, so it looks like it just comes all the way down to like right here. So what I'm going to do is actually put an ending point dot here. A line in symmetry here. So that gives me a guide anyway to get these lines on. So they're very thick. And we're going to fill all that in. There's my neighbor's wolf. Y'all, that's crazy sounding. It's so weird hearing that howl out of my house. It's so strange. All right, so we have a cheetah line. Awesome. And they're not exactly straight. So here goes. I'm going to take a little bit of that sharp edge out of that corner. Oh my gosh. Okay. Telling you guys, this is like panic attack mode for me. Herman is back. I don't know where he goes. Here we go. Herman is here. All right. Does that look pretty even? Sort of cheetah-esque, I guess, maybe. All right, so we're going to start our nose. Our nose is actually going to come right over almost to the edge of these, so it's going to be really big. Again, lines of symmetry stress me out. So it's going to start across the bridge of our nose like that. And then we're going to come down. And that's going to come all the way over to this middle gap here in between your... So just map this out and then we'll work on, because what we're doing is we're blacking out this whole section to make our nose look much wider than it actually is. And then it's going to come down. Like that. Whew! Guys, I'm freaking out right now. Okay. We're going to fill it all in just a little bit. So just get your main... Get your main lines in. And then this is going to come actually straight across. So... We're just mapping it out. Bonnie, don't make me laugh while I'm trying to do this. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. Actually, I don't like that at all. I don't like it. All right, let's get it filled in and see how we feel about it. I might end up changing some of that in just a second. All right, I'm going to go back in with that same pointed eyeshadow brush that I was using a second ago with my setting spray. Instead of using that eyeliner pen to fill all this in, we're going to start filling this in with black shadow. So just be careful on your edge lines. Remember, just get one layer on and then we'll work in another layer on top of that to deepen it all in. Obviously, if we were using like professional body paint, this would be a little bit easier, but also less forgiving because this is makeup. You know, if I don't like the shape of this when I'm finished, it is a lot easier to remove a portion of this with remover than it is to remove body paint or face paint. So you just want to make sure that that's all blacked out. If you start feeling that setting spray dry, just spray your brush again. We're getting there. It'll start coming together. I'm going to grab a small pointed brush. Because we're working with that black pigment, I'm going to remove. You just want to be very careful not to sweep too much. Hi guys. And so even your lips, you're going to start blacking out your lips as well. Line work is the hardest part, seriously. We haven't even started spots yet. And I don't have any black lipstick, so setting spray and eyeshadow. I know, for real, Lance. I mean, I can only imagine. I mean, this doesn't bother me at all. I just know it makes for a really long video. All right, so there we go. I'm going to go into that concealer. And being very careful, I'm just going to clean up a little bit of this and whiten up this area. Just be very careful on the edges of that black. Because if you pull any of that black pigment, it's going to turn it gray. So just be very careful. blend that in a little bit. This is where our whiskers are going to be going. So we just want to make sure blend those edges out. Okay. Hi, Megan. Okay, we're gonna go in with our pin again. And start adding a few spots in here. Like that. I feel like these are really just at your discretion. Balance, I just brace my finger here. So there. Looking pretty good. All right. So I have my orange and my yellow Lottie palette blended here with my concealer and my Cream Boat eyeshadow here and here. Bronzer on the base level with my foundation all the way around, eyeliner pen and setting spray, and my black eyeshadow for all of my black portions. Now starts, seriously, this is the tedious part. I'm not kidding. So this is where I have to start adding all of my spots in. And I have not decided if I want to do that with a brush or with this liner pen. I think what I'm going to do is just stick with my shadow and a brush, because it would take me a really long time to map out each one of those little spots with, and if I was doing this for like a theater look, then I would totally be on top of that, but I'm not. So we're going to stick with our setting spray and our black eyeshadow. I'm going to grab a different brush, however. You're going to want different size brushes, excuse me, because we're going to be having different sized spots. So I am grabbing a smudge brush, which is what we normally use to smudge out and smoke out a bottom look. I'm grabbing my number 11 brush from my Limelife collection, and I'm going to use that. And then I'm going to use my lip liner brush as well. This is our number 15 brush. I'm going to be using all of those to sort of create these spots. My larger spots, I'll use my blending my my smudge brush, because I feel like those I can get a very square look from. It has sort of a square tip to it. These smaller ones that I'm going to be adding up in here, we're going to do with my liner brush, and then the other ones we're going to be doing with this. So for the sake of saving some of my setting spray, I'm going to be adding it into this tin instead of spraying it on the brushes so that we don't lose any. Herman, go away. Gosh. Okay. So with this brush, I spot. All right. And I really honestly feel like all of these are going to be, seriously, this does not have to be mapped out just like this picture. And they're not perfect circles. They're sort of different shapes. So just add that pigment in however you want. Cotton balls. I would be here. So by using that stippling action, we're also getting a less direct look off of these. I mean, I feel like if you wanted to use perfect circles, you totally could. But this is just as easy. because it gives you that odd shape on your spots instead of them being perfect circles. Does that make sense? Hi, guys. Hi, Latonda. Hello. So this is the part where you're just going to go in. I'm just going to relax for a second. We're just going to keep going in and adding spots. Now they're going to be different sizes. So you want to create some larger ones and some smaller ones. Again, the shaping, really totally up to you. You could do the more squared spots. You could do circulars. I'm just stippling this in with no direct, really. Herman. Oh God, Herman brought a friend. Jeez. My network has named the fly that has been in my studio for 3 days that will not go away. And every time I try to find him to kill him, he hides. I don't know where he goes. But he's all of a sudden unavailable. All right, so we're going to really push those into our hairline. We're going to be putting some more smaller ones inside here as well with our lining brush. Aw, thanks, Matt. My whole 2 people watching. Hi. Okay, I mean the spots, guys. It's the spots. The spots are killer. And they just take a while. There's just no way around that. I mean, you have to really work at these. And so just sit back, take a look at what you've done. I feel like my parents told me that my whole life. And then we're going to go in with the even smaller brush here. And we're going to go into that setting spray. It is tedious, but it's worth it. The final product will be worth it. So we're going to go in with that even smaller one and just create a couple of smaller spots throughout. I mean, if you were in a hurry, you don't have to bring this look all the way down your neck. Pretty cool. All right. So, oh, I almost wiped that off on my jeans. I didn't know my towel fell on the floor. Okay. So now we have some spots that are going to be running in here. So into that setting spray with that larger brush. And we're going to bring those, just a few of those into our cheek here. Hi, guys. Are y'all checking progress? The spotting is going to take a while. But this is going to be what really makes the look. So, I mean, we want to make sure that we have... Hey, Laura. So if you feel like your brush is getting dry, just grab some more setting spray. And your spotting is totally up to you, your shapes. So just do whatever. And these are not going to be symmetrical, so don't worry about making them just like the other side. Just give them sort of that animal print shaping. Hi, y'all. I see people like jumping on and jumping off. Guys, I feel you. Because this is going to be kind of tedious work, but worth it in the end. And we're going to go in and add smaller ones in between those as well. But I feel like it's looking pretty animalistic, yeah? I'm going to go pick Avery up from school like this. She asked me to today. She's like, could you pick me up from school like that? Now, as we go down our neck, those spots are going to get much larger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to map out a line of where they're going, smaller, bigger, 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 and then I'll just fill in sort of following that same structure. That's probably going to be the easiest way, honestly. And they're going to follow that white line we created here. They're going to just kind of ride that yellow line. So we're just going to go in and make these black dots bigger and bigger and bigger. Hi, Heather. Hey, Crystal. So we're just using our setting spray and black eyeshadow. And just kind of going in, and these are going to just get bigger as they go down. I'm only going to go down to right past my collarbone. I say only, guys. This is crazy. I mean, you obviously don't have to go that far. Even if you wanted to stop right there, I mean, that would be fine. And remember the shaping on these, they're animal print. So they're not going to have very direct shaped edges. So just get them on there. I guess I could have spirit gummed some actual whiskers on me today. So that's the building of that spotting. And it is very tedious, y'all, but I promise it will be so worth it. So just get those abstract shaped spots on. feel like I need music, but every time I try to turn music on, Facebook kicks me off. Yeah, y'all just thought the spotting up here was tedious. Check this out. Good Lord. All right, I'm going to put some more setting spray in here. I'm ordering mascara and setting spray today. I have to. Hi, y'all. What's everybody doing? You know, I'm just building spots like a crazy person here. Now remember, we will be going in and adding smaller ones in between these, so just get your main ones in. A lot of the ones that won't be showing in a picture, I'm not going to worry about. I'm not actually wearing, well, I am going to pick it. I'm picking my preschooler up from school like this. Is that like Mom of the Year, or is that a bad plan? She was begging me earlier, please pick me up with that on when you're done. Okay. I just thought I got weird looks in the car rider line yesterday. Wait till I show up in like complete animal print. I think it would be different if I didn't live in like such a small podunk town, but I'm in such a small town. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do, I think, with our main... our big spots. Herman. My network has named my fly. For those of you just joining us, the fly that's been bothering me for days, his name is Herman. He's been named. There we go. Oh no, battery low. That on the tablet, not my phone. Okay, so there's our main spotting down there. I'm gonna go in with that smaller brush into the setting spray in my cap with our small, this is our number 15 brush. And I'm gonna add just some smaller points all throughout. They don't have to be as dark, they don't have to be as large, and there doesn't have to be as many of them. This just helps give that illusion of dimension in the spotting. Hey, Melissa. So just grab that setting spray into that black eyeshadow. And it just starts working like paint. I'm just working it in that tin. Like so. So all of your spotting, like I said, doesn't have to be round. You just kind of make them into whatever shapes you want. Sort of squarish. Some sort of triangle-ish. Some look kind of like hearts. So there. That looks pretty good, I think. So just build from smaller to larger. We're going to do the same thing on this side with our larger brush. So back into that setting spray, into that black pigment. and just start building. And I mean, it's animal print. So guys, really, I wouldn't stress yourself out over shapes. I think as long as we're getting the main idea on, we're doing pretty good. So did I tell y'all that jewelry school, he went to Clyde, right? The day that I sent him in the Spider-Man stuff for the Spirit Day, they made him take it off. I guess it's against like the code of conduct or something to have face paint on. So these are going to get larger as we move down. Herman! I feel like Herman the Fly needs his own Facebook page so he can do his own thing. He's driving me nuts. So we're just stippling on these spots. This fly, guys, I swear. Oh, Trish, I'm live. I see her trying to message me. I can't get to you, sweet girl. Okay, I'm going to lean this way. We're just going to be adding in the rest of these little spots. Gosh, go away. Stupid flies messing up my spots. Lance, are you laughing at Herman? Seriously, it's annoying me. Stop! Guys, if y'all see me pick up that fly swatter, Herman's about to die. Oh, I have a hearts on here. I didn't mean to do that, but they did come out that way. Thank you, Matt. Guys, seriously, go away. I'm about to get angry. And it's like they know, hey, land on the Ricky mirror. She won't hit us if we're on the Ricky mirror, because I won't hit my Ricky mirror. Oh my God. Where do they even come from? Seriously. I have not seen flies or mosquitoes like this until I moved back to Clyde this time. I'm serious. It's insane. They're so awful. They're everywhere. All right. So remember, we're going to go in and add some smaller ones in. So, I mean, I think we're probably about good on big ones. We're just going to put all these on top of my freckles here. I'm going to put some a little bit below my collarbone over here. How's that look? Looking pretty good. Okay, so we're going to go in with our smaller brush into this last bit of setting spray that's in this tin. And we're just going to start adding in those smaller ones. We're almost done, y'all. And so these aren't going to be symmetrical either. And they're not all going to be the same size or shape. So just add them in where you want them. These flies, I swear. I swear. And now Herman brought a friend home and they're driving me nuts. So one of the really good things about this Limelife setting spray and eyeshadow look too is that once this setting spray dries, guys, it's not budging. It's going to be there for a while until I wash it off. So they need to go do their thing somewhere else. Okay. I feel like that's good. We're done. Right? That's everything. There it is, y'all. There it is. I'm about to kill myself a fly. Land. Ha! I killed Herman's girlfriend. Okay. So we're going to clean off these brushes, and that's it, y'all. I'm going to take some after pictures and post them, and that's it. Pretty good. I don't have any like accessories to go with this look, so it's finished for now. Thanks for hanging with me, y'all. It looks pretty good, I feel like. Pretty good. Okay, bye. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys back here later tonight for the scarecrow look. That's going to be fun too. So, nope, Herman didn't die, Lance. The girlfriend did. He's a player. He'll bring another one back soon. All right, bye, y'all. Have a blessed day.